Hello. Hey family, how you guys doing today? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy E with a Dividend Passport Bro, out with another video. Now, of course, every day when I start, I have to thank you guys for the support, for watching the content and subscribing to the channel. We just hit 78 subscribers right before I started this video. Okay guys, so I appreciate it. Keep doing what you're doing and watching the content and sharing the content. Now, it's our goal, right, to grow this channel and to help men invest in their future and give you their financial confidence to make money, travel the world, and live wherever you want to live. Just as I'm doing it right now in Colombia. Okay, guys? So, once again, thanks for subscribing to the channel. Share the content. Alright, we appreciate you guys. You guys know I appreciate you because I tell you this every single day, how much I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Okay, if you want to live abroad, you want to be able to put that money together, like they call it nowadays, the bag. You want the bag, right? You need to start here. Learn the basics. Okay, all you need to know is the basics, and then you can go from there. You can start safe and get crazy with it. It's up to you. And you guys that travel all the time, you don't need that much money to live overseas. $1,500, you can live a real good life. Can you imagine having $1,500 a month coming in and you don't have to work for it? You don't have to stress about it. You just have to go in there and check it every day, 3 times a day, for 5 minutes a day. If that's a job, if that's what it is, then I think a lot of people will sign up for that, right? So this is when we get it started. Okay guys, so let's go right into the portfolio. So as of today, the market is up. My portfolio is up today 0.37%. Okay, it's up today, right? $406.87 I made today. Some days are more, some days are less, but overall we're making money. Now, this is just the growth for the day. This has have nothing to do with our money we're making as dividend income, right? So even though the portfolio grew by $400 today, we're still receiving money every month from this portfolio alone, over $3,000 a month, just from this portfolio, right? That's amazing. So yesterday we did good. We were up 2.6%. That was yesterday, right? Now, overall, the market is doing good today. Like the S&P is up, NASDAQ is up, the Dow is up, everything is up, except for Bitcoin and gold and crude oil. But, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, the Russell, right? Those are where we put our money, right? Now, Tesla is up. Not Tesla, but the max Tesla is up. So if you got money invested into that, that's good. I got some money invested into that, right? So that's why I'm trying to preach, you guys. Forget about the amount. The amount doesn't mean nothing. It's all about starting to invest in yourself. Invest into yourself, invest into your family, how you want to do it. Now, if you look at my portfolio, right, how is that allocated? It's mostly domestic. I got a very little foreign stuff, and then bonds, short term. I don't know what the other is and the unknown. I have no idea what that is. I know I in some positions, but why they got it listed as unknown and others, I have no idea. And don't ask me because I don't know. All right, guys. So we'll get to the next portfolio, right? So with this portfolio, the funny thing is, I just moved some money out of here, right? So I was up before I did that. I was like, let me do that before I forget. So I just moved 2 months worth of car payments out of this account into the account that my car payments is deducted from, because I was like, it's the end of the month, right? So I was like, let me do this today before I forget tomorrow, and then next week I'm leaving tomorrow, going to another city, and if I forget, of course, then we're gonna have problems, right? Because my payments is on the 8th, and that's automatically withdrawn from my account. Well, I automatically pay that before the due date, right? So I don't want no issues. So that's why you see I'm in the negative like there, because I moved $1,600, right? Which is more than what I need for 2 months, but I moved that much anyway. All right, guys. So as you can see, the portfolio is doing good. This is what we gained today for just our regular stocks. These are the stocks up here, right? These are the stocks. So these guys, this separate the stuff. Charles Schwab separates the stocks from the ETFs and other funds. So down here are all the funds. As you can see, overall today, right? Today, the change, right? Today, the gain and losses. It's not that bad, right? The only reason this is red because, like I said, I just moved some money, right? I just moved some money out of this account. So that's why it looked that bad. But it's not that bad. And we're doing good. We're doing good with the portfolio. The portfolio's coming along. Now, I bought a few things today. So my overall dividend should increase. Even though it's the last day of the month, we made $5,000 this month, right? The goal was to do that, and we made $5,000. I didn't think we was going to do it, but we made $5,000, right? So even though the new goal is to get to 10,000 by December, but we already making strides to that because of what the purchases I made today. Now I'm not going to show that because usually I don't like to be clicking on this thing and then something pop up and I have to redo the video. So I'm not even going to do that. But you guys take my word for it. Okay, if later on, maybe after the video, if when I'm editing the video, I can add those in for y'all. All right, but that's what we are today. Now, as you can see, I spend a little bit more money because I bought some positions. I spent a little bit more money that I borrowed, right? And usually when I buy stuff, I always buy stuff with the higher margins. I mean, with the higher yield with margins because I need the income, right? And then on my lower yield positions, as you can see, I have reinvest. So this automatically will reinvest these dividends when they come in. I don't have to do anything, right? Because these are lower positions. They're making enough to even cover the taxes if I use margins to buy these. So I'm not even gonna do that, right? But on the higher one, as you can see, anything over 10%, I leave it alone, right? Anything below 10%, I turn on the automatic reinvest. Okay, guys. So I mean, this is just me. And working my portfolio, I try to keep my portfolio in the green as much as possible because I always buying stuff, 1,000 here, 1,000 there. Today wasn't a red day specifically, but there were some things that was down that I needed to buy, and I went and bought them. Okay, so that's how you do it. You gotta do it. Use the fund the way you see fit. All right, the way it works for you. Because overall, it's not about Edwin, it's about you. How you want to invest. You know, if you wanted to use lower yields, that's fine. That's how you want to invest. That's how you do it. You can't say, oh well, because Edwin do it this way, and I'm gonna do it that. No, this is just me telling you guys how I do. Now we talk about this, right? So I have a lot of Bitcoins in here. Most of this money in here is ETFs. I mean, it's Bitcoin, right? Not Bitcoin, but crypto. Mostly is Ethereum. I have some Shiba, but it's not a lot. But mostly is Ethereum. Most of that money is in Ethereum. Now the goal is to sell out of these. Once they go green high enough to where I'm comfortable, to sell and take that money and buy these coins, not coins, these ETFs. Gosh, I can get it together today. These ETFs, okay? And right now, these are set to reinvest. So whatever money coming is automatically reinvested, right? The goal is to use this by second semester to stop paying my daughter's tuition. So by the time she starts second semester next year, I believe, the goal is to use this money to stop paying her tuition out of here. That's the goal. So I'm going to sell my crypto positions, reinvest the money, and then once the money accumulates, I will start back reinvesting into my crypto whenever the market is down. Only when the market is down. As you guys know, if you go back to all of this here, let me see if it'll show. I showed this a couple of times. When I first started investing in crypto on this portfolio, it was back in February. It was $19. It went to 17. It came down all the way to 10. It went up to, what's that, 34. Now it's back down to 25. So I just did that to so you guys can see that crypto is crazy. If you have a problem with stress and anxiety, you don't want to invest in crypto. You might want to invest in something that's not going to go up and down. Or you don't want, you're going to be scared you're going to lose your shirt. Okay, guys. So to this, we're just going to keep it simple. I'm not going to a lot of stuff. We're just keeping it simple, doing the portfolio because it's Friday. You know, it's Friday. So this is my best part of the video because I get to see my annual income. Now I already look at this multiple times, right? And this haven't updated yet. For some reason, haven't updated because if we go to income, all right, yesterday I was below 5,000 on the lowest, and now I was saying the goal is to get the lowest to 5,000. And once the lowest is 5,000, then we close to 6,000 on average, or on the high end, right? And on average right now we use 5,600, right? And tomorrow this should be, or whenever it updates for sure, after everything I bought today, this number should go up. We should be close to 6, closer to 6. At least our high should be somewhere in 6. Okay, guys. So this is the page that shows you how much money you got coming in. Now, sometimes this can be misleading, right? So this is just to help you know what you got coming in. If you really want to know what you got coming in, you're going to do the calculation and all that stuff. I don't have time for all that. That's why I pay for this, right? So whatever it is, $100-something a year, I pay for this to use this. Now, there's many other products out there, but this is the one I use for now. Okay, until I can get to 1,000 subscribers, to use Snowball for free or finish building for this channel, building my own product. So once that's done, then I can use that. Until then, I have to use somebody else's because I'm too lazy to be doing spreadsheets and all that. You know, it's easy to just download the stuff and calculate and do all that. But why do all that? I mean, they got the software to help me make my life easier. So why I gotta do all that, right? So we at 5,000 this month. So this is the last of the month, and I have some stuff that was being paid out today. So of course, boom, we hit 5,000. We have $5,000. Deep breath, y'all. Deep breath. $5,000. So you can say, oh, Edwin, your portfolio is higher, blah 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 blah. Okay, we can go in and break it down even more because there's two separate portfolios. You see, this one here, the higher end on this is 2,800. The lowest is 2,300. Fidelity, 26 is the lowest. The highest is 3,000. What is loaded? Now, so you can be like, oh well, that's still too much money, Edwin. That's too much money. I want to see if I have a smaller portfolio. Okay, so we'll go to this one. This is my M1 portfolio. Now, this portfolio in dividend income every month, I get $2, right? So somebody will be like, what am I doing with $2? I don't know if that's enough to buy you coffee. I don't drink coffee, so I have no idea. That might not be enough to buy you a coffee. It might be enough to buy you coffee at the Waffle House. Back in the day, coffees would be $1. Now they got all these fancy coffees and stuff that people drink. So it might be more. But, and I don't add money into this portfolio, right? I don't add money into this portfolio. I think this portfolio is at $200. This portfolio, whenever somebody uses my N1 link, N1 give me money, and that money is reinvested, right? that money is reinvested. Because I used to use M1 and then I transferred out of M1 into Fidelity, and then later on I started using Charge Swap. So that's why I still have this M1 portfolio. All right. So whenever you guys use my M1 link and you get whatever the M1 is offering at the time, I get the same stuff, and that money is invested back into the portfolio. This is what this portfolio is. So I haven't added no money in a while. Nobody haven't used my link in a while. So that's how it is. And the same goes for Robinhood. I have a link also that's going to be in the description. If you prefer to use Robinhood, use Robinhood. You can have multiple. I have multiple accounts with different users. I got Moomoo, I got Webull. So, but for now, you're going to see Moomoo, Robinhood, and M1 in the description, maybe. And then the other stuff that I use to track my net worth, Empower, there's a link in there also. It's free. Empower is free, so it don't cost you anything. You can use my link, or you can sign up by yourself. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't cost you anything. But if you use my link, I think I get some money back, like $20 or something like that if you use my link. Now, they will try to sell you stuff, but you can say, no, I'm not interested. I'm good right now, and that's it. Every year they're gonna check on you and see what you're doing. But it's a good tool to help you track your net worth, right? Because as you know, this channel is not just about the stock market making money. You got to be able to keep the money. So how are you going to be able to keep the money if you don't know what you have and what you owe? You got to be able to do all that. So you got to be able to track that. You want to grow your net worth. How you going? That's why I say the channel. Watching me. You guys are watching me and becoming a millionaire. Now, it's going to be faster because of the money and stuff that's coming from this portfolio. Going to catapult me into being a millionaire in the next 2 years, maybe year and a half. It just depends how well my portfolio do. If nothing crazy happens, I should be there. Now, if the market if we get one of those crash days, and I can buy some good stuff, and it might take a week, 2 weeks for the market to come back up. By the time it come back up, I will be a millionaire because I'm going to buy when the stuff go down. While people are selling, I'm going to be buying. So you guys got to see. You see, you're looking at a portfolio, and this is what in this portfolio. So you can be like, you know what? I'm going to buy these and invest into these positions. Okay, the interest, the yield on these is not crazy, right? They're not too crazy. All of these, the yield on these is between 20 and 7, right? It's between 20 and 7, the yield on these. Okay, and these are good funds. These are all good funds. These are all funds, no ETFs, ETFs or whatever the other stuff you call them. But these are all those, right? So these are not stocks. For a while, I stopped investing in stocks because stock is just one company. A fund is a mixture of companies, right? An ETF is a mixture of companies, not just one entity, right? That you invest in. So that's why I stopped investing in stocks. But as you guys know, if you look in my portfolio with Charles Schwab and my portfolio with Fidelity, I do have individual stocks in there, right? I do have individual stocks in there. So it's not like I don't do it. I just don't do it as much as I used to, right? So we go to the future value. So what is going to be value 10 years from now? So today is what is value. This year, right now, this is what my portfolio is valued. When I say value, right, it's for income. Remember, I'm an income investor. I invest for income. I don't buy a stock to feed it and then sell it later on. I do have portfolios for that, but I don't talk about that. It's very small. I got $20,000 in there. Yeah, it's growing. Eventually, it's going to grow, whatever. And maybe that's something I'll give to my kids one of these days. And they can do whatever. Since they're still young, I can give to them at some point and be like, okay, daddy been invested all these years. You can do whatever you want to do with this. I can transfer, sell, do whatever, and give that to them. But for me, the main thing I care about is the income. right? Income. And you guys are here watching this video, it's the same reason. Income. Be able to collect income and live abroad. So, if I don't use any other money, if I don't use nothing in this account, and just let it reinvest for 10 years, right? There's gonna be up and down period. Stock market gonna go up. Stuff gonna be sold and reevaluated, split. All that stuff happens, especially with high yield. But as the fund income grows, my strategy is to go back into the funds that pay less dividend because they're more secure. That's where I came from before starting high yield. So I was investing in funds that pay less dividend, but they were more secure. You can sleep better at night. They're investing in funds that pay more dividend, but more riskier. So the goal, my goal haven't changed. Make more money now, move that money back to the safer stuff, but still have some higher yield like I do now that generate most of the income, and my safer stuff still generate income, but not as much. But it's still enough to survive. So if stuff hit the fan, I'm still good. So I say this to say, you can do both. And don't say, oh, I don't have money, I don't have the money, it costs so much, you got blah, 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 blah. No, I don't want to hear about that. It's not about what I have. Take this M1 position for example, right? $80 a year, 12% yield. That's the average between the whole thing. So if we say that's 12% yield, dividend growth 3.49%, appreciation 3%, that's the yield, right? So if we say we're going to add $1,000 annually to that money, right? If I say, okay, I'm going to contribute, and I hit update, in 10 years, I'm going to have $17,000 in the portfolio, and that portfolio is going to be generating $1,600 a year. Now, you can be like, damn, I added $1,000 and I only get that. But guess what? That's 10 years. You only invested $10,000. But now your $10,000 is $17,000, right? Plus, your $17,000 is going to be giving you $1,600 a year. That's enough to pay some phone bills. That's enough to go out on dates. That's enough to do a lot of stuff. Right? You'll be like, oh man, you crazy. That's not nothing. Okay. If you didn't invest, if you don't invest today, 10 years from now, you're going to be kicking yourself in the ass because you're not going to have jack. You're going to have nothing. You're not going to have nothing. So if you think, like I was saying yesterday, if you're going out on your boys trip, girls trip, if the girls are here, and you're spending $3,000 every 3 months, or every 4 months, so you go 3 times a year, that's $9,000 a year. So if you're going to say, I spend $9 grand a year going on a boys trip, money that you will never see again, you might go get some cookie, good, bad, whatever, but you're never going to see a penny from that money other than memories, right? So you say, okay, if I'm going to spend $9 grand a year to go have fun, I'm going to spend $9 grand a year into my investment. This is just an example, right? So you say 9,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 9,000, we hit calculate. So now, in 10 years, you're spending $9,000 a year. So in 10 years, you're going to have $148,000. Plus that $148,000 is going to be generating over $1,400 a month. If my math is right. If my math is mathing. Well, not $1,400. You can get over $1,000 a month. Right? You can get over $1,000 a month. You're just going to keep it like that. Now, with that money right there, you could live where you're going to have your fun, and when you get tired, 1 month, 2 months, you can go to the next place and live on that $14,000 a year. Because guess what? Most of the people in those places, they're barely making $1,000, $2,000 a year legally now. Now I ain't talking about the pay for play. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that. But you can live on that. And guess what? That money keeps growing. So let's say you don't touch that money. You're like, no, I'm gonna wait another 20 years. And we update. This $9,000 a year that you invested into this account, now you got $60,000 after 20 years. So what's your excuse? And if you're living outside the country, you don't pay taxes on most of this money, because if you're making less than $120,000 a year, if you're an expat, you don't pay taxes on none of this. Plus, being that it's dividend, the first $45,000, you don't pay taxes on that either. Now there might be some stipulations behind that, but look it up. So, what you gonna do? What's the excuse, guys? What is the excuse? You know, because if you're young, I'm 51 now. If you're 20 years old, 30 years old, and you don't have to invest that much, right? You don't have to invest that much, and you have to do it for that long period of time. But the reason why my portfolio is what it is in 4 years, because after COVID, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be in the same predicament again. So I started looking for another job. I started working 2 jobs. For 3.5 years, I was working 2 jobs. And I was having fun. I was going out blowing money. Yes, I did that too. But I was investing over 80% of my second job check into the market. And I was still investing 20% of my first check into the market. Okay? Because everything else went for bills, just how I was playing, and I kept doing that, right? In my HSA, my Roth, matching, making sure I put that, whatever the max was in my Roth. You got to invest for today so you can live well in the future. You want to depend on Social Security? Okay. You know, 59.5, I can touch the money in my Roth. The money in my Roth, that might generate me another $2,000-$3,000 a month. But now most of those are in the lower yield, sleep good at night fund, ETFs. So by the time I get to touch that money, they might be generating about $2,000-$3,000 a month. Even if it's $1,500 a month, that's enough for me to live anywhere with $1,500. That's my blowing money. I can afford to buy a brand new car in Colombia, everywhere I want to be. You know, and when you get to the point where you're making this kind of money, you can say, you know what, I don't want to move out of the country. I want to stay in my country, but I'm going to be gone every other month. I'm going to stay here 1 month, I'm going to leave and go spend 1 month somewhere else. Right? Guys, look at the time. This thing is so long. We're talking, I forget about the time. But guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, support the channel. Now I always say that if you got questions, ask. If you feel uncomfortable asking questions, you know what? We got the Discord here. You go into the Discord and ask questions, sign up. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. Sign up to the Discord. Okay? Sign up to the Discord. It's free. Don't cost you anything. Okay? You get in here and sign up. If you got questions, post it in there. So that way, only people that are member of the Discord can see the whole world, can see your question. You can look like, oh, I'm feeling stupid. Oh, I mean, if you need to have a call, you can get on there. We can have a call with the Discord. Okay? You don't even need my phone number. You don't have to email me. You can sign up in the Discord, and if we need to chat, you can call me in the Discord, and I'm sitting from my computer most of the day because I'm in IT. So all day I'm sitting from my computer. If I'm not at the store, I'm sitting in front of my computer. If I'm not getting something to eat, I'm sitting in front of my computer. So I'm always near my computer. And if I'm not, I got my phone. So if they go off, I'm gonna get a ding on my phone, and I can respond or answer whatever from the Discord on my phone. Okay, guys? We gotta build this community together. And we're gonna build it while we move. So if it don't work right, we're gonna learn and fix it. But I'm sharing my experience, and I want to see what you guys are doing also, because I can learn from you too, right? I can learn from you guys. Okay? I've been doing this almost 5 years now, and I'm not perfect. I made a lot of mistakes on the way, yes. But if I had somebody that was showing me or giving me examples on what they're doing wrong or right so I can avoid those mistakes, I probably would have been far along. But then I probably won't be here sharing my experience with you guys and what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. You know. So this is the road to becoming a millionaire. This is it. Somebody wrote in the comment the other day, they're like, Edwin, I'm 20-something years old, and I'm currently making over $4,000 a month, and I'm teaching my dad how to do it. That's amazing. He's teaching his dad that they didn't know how to teach him how to make money, but he's teaching his father how to make money. Yeah, everybody go to 9 to 5, but you put in your time to get that money. Right here, you're not putting your time to make that money. Your money is putting time to make it for you. Your money is working for you. Being a dividend investor is slower. Yes, there's higher yield stuff now, so it make it faster, which is more risky, I keep saying. But it gives you the opportunity to see your money grows, right? You can do 10%. That's more than you're gonna put in a money market account. That's gonna give you 5. You can do 20. That's 4 times more than what you're gonna get in a money market that's gonna give you 5. You can go higher and higher and higher, but this yield fluctuate. 1 month you get this, a month, you know. So you gotta be able to balance it out. Okay, guys? You gotta be able to balance it out. This is how I'm becoming a millionaire. Right before you guys' eyes. Yeah? This is how. And a year from now, I'll be sitting in front of the screen and we'll be talking about the same stuff. How I went from 0 and in 7 years, 8 years, to becoming a millionaire. Now, technically, you can say I'm financially independent right now, technically, right? But that's not good enough, right? The rich, when people get rich, oh, why he got rich? He want more money, because there's always room to grow, right? When I made the first 1,000, I was like, okay, now I can go for 5. When I made 5, I was like, okay, I can go for 20. When I made 20, okay, now I can go for 100. Right? And you get 100, you're on 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now you're thinking of ways though, how I can make this grow faster and faster and faster. Right? How? Now with this tracker, it gives you an idea. Just by changing the years from here, this is just 10 years. So technically in 10 years, just by investing the way I'm investing now, I should be a millionaire before 2030, right? So 6 years, more or less, I should hit 1 million. Now 1 million in the stock market. But I will be a millionaire before that because I got real estate. Then I took a loss. I lost money in that too. People try to scam me. People cause me to lose money because you trust other people. But this right here, you not gotta deal with nobody. You get your brokerage account, you put your money in there, you buy your positions, and it's you and the brokerage account, right? The only way anybody know anything, if you share that with somebody. That's the only way anybody have any idea what you're doing, right? That's the only way. So, what's your excuse? And just like me, when you got start, you're gonna start telling people, "Hey man, I'm doing this. Hey, I'm doing this. I'm investing in the stock market." And you're gonna have some people gonna be like, "Oh wow, that's great." Some people might care. Some people don't give a damn. Some people are like, "Oh man, you crazy? You putting your money in the stock market? That's a scam. Why would you do such a thing?" You know, and I always say, that's the way stupid people think, right? This thing been generating income for other people for years. Now, because I'm about to do it, now it's a scam, and I'm about to lose everything I got. Them people, when they say that, that should be the first and the last time you say anything to them about your investing. Because guess what? In 2 or 3 years, when you make enough that makes more money than what you make in your job, then you can retire. Because if you're making enough in the market than what you make on your 9 to 5, do you really need to work a 9 to 5? That's financial independence. That's financial freedom right there. Right? That's financial freedom. If you make enough money in the market than what you make on your job, you go 8 hours to work, you have to get up. Okay, you're going to work at 8, so you have to be in traffic. So you have to get up at 6 to get ready, eat breakfast, whatever, get in your car, go to work. So you still be at 8, but you get up at 6, right? So that's 2 hours before you're supposed to work. And then when you leave work, you have to be in traffic to get home. That's another hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on what city you live in. I work remote, so I don't even experience that. But I'm talking about people who go to work and exchange their time for money. I do that too, but I do it from my home. I do it from wherever I'm at because I work remote. But for people who do that, so that's 4 hours that you don't get jack for. You don't get paid for those 4 hours. The 2 hours before you go to work and the 2 hours on your way home, you don't get nothing for that. But if you invest in the market, your investment is making money for you, right? People invest in, you got Nikes, you got Mercedes, you got all these different things, Gucci, Prada, all these different things that people buy. But they don't even know what other products that product makes. They don't even know what the ticker symbol for product, to look it up on the stock market or Nike. They know when the Jordans come out, when the next Jordans, the iterations of all the Jordans, before Jordan switched, I think he got his own brand, Jordan brand now. I have no idea, but it used to be on the Nike, right? But all of those people knew that. People stay in line to buy that stuff and resell it. But they don't own Nike. They don't own Walmart, Target, the place you spend your money. You don't own Kroger. Well, you spend your money there, but you don't own what you spend, what you buy. I can go on and on talking about this. I ain't want to be preaching today. So I just got a notification on my guest coming to my Airbnb. He can't find the building. But he texted me when he got the number to the on-site manager. But anyway, neither here nor there. That's investing in properties, right? So, thanks for watching, guys. Support the channel, subscribe to the channel, use the link, open your account, and share it. Share in the Discord. That's why we got the Discord. It's more private. Share it in the Discord. You can still comment, but share it with the Discord so we can grow together, right? I love you guys. You know, the market just closed 10 minutes ago. Now is the extended hour. We'll see if I will buy anything or not. But for now, is what it is, guys. Stay motivated. Don't give up. You have to start. And in the beginning, I promise, it's hard in the beginning because you don't get to see that. But eventually, your $1 is going to turn to $2, and your $2 is going to turn to $5, and from 5 to 10. Eventually, you can use that money for what you want. But the goal is to have more. Okay, guys? You know your why. You know why you need the extra money. You know why you need to work 2 jobs. You know your why. But is working 2 jobs for a certain period of time, what is that going to change if you don't invest in yourself? Right, you go to school, get education, you can do a lot of different things, and that might help you get more money. But investing into the market is a thing that you will see right now that's going to start generating you money every month. Even if it's $1, $2, it's what you didn't have before. Okay, guys? Invest in your future. Love you. Peace.